Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to Mike's Motors. Today we're going to be continuing on the F100 project. So what I'm going to be doing today, be taking all the rockers all the rocker arms and the push rods, getting them degreased, thrown into the ultrasonic cleaner, getting them a little bit cleaned up. That's probably what it's going to be for this video. I do have another video that's going to be coming soon of disassembling the heads. You got to take all the springs, valves, all that stuff out, get them ready to go to the machine shop to get cleaned up. Currently the engine is at the machine shop as we speak. It is getting hot tank cleaned up, as well as the crank is getting polished. So won't have that back for about a week, and then I'm going to be dropping the heads and the oil pan off so they can get those cleaned up. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and set up everything to do the cleaning for the rockers, and then we'll get them thrown into the ultrasonic cleaner. Alright, so what I'm going to be doing, as you can see, I got my wife's kitchen bowl. She's probably going to be mad about that, but oh well. What I'm going to do is drop the rockers, the nuts, and the push rods down in here, although I'm not sure if the push rods are going to fit. But hey, you know what? It's a good thing I got this. It's broke anyway. So, alright, and then I'm going to throw in some of this Zep orange degreaser. It is non-corrosive, so hopefully it's not going to turn to metal. So go ahead and get those dropped in and pour that stuff in. Now for the degreaser. It's about half a gallon. Okay. Now, just going to take a brush them lightly, set them back over there, and then we'll get the ultrasonic cleaner set up and get that warmed up, and then drop them in, and should be ready to rock and roll. Alright, so I've been waiting for like an hour for this thing to heat up to 80 Celsius. And it's just now at 78. So, you know what? We got her set to 15 minutes. We're going to go ahead and get it started. What's the difference in 2 degrees there? Right now, I've got about 7 of the rocker arms. I got 2 push rods and 3 of the bushings in there. That's all I can fit in the basket right now. So we're going to go ahead and get this off. I mean, it is pretty steamy in there. So we'll drop these down in. Pop the lid back on. Okay. Whatever, it should be fine. And then we'll just hit. That is a hellacious noise, but we'll see what 15 minutes does, and then if we need some more, we'll crank it up and let it run some more. So. Alright, so we've got 15 minutes on. Take these off, that was getting very loud. So, 15 minutes. We'll go ahead and pop the cap off, top, whatever. Water is pretty nasty. So let's go ahead and, Okay. Now let's just go ahead and pull up the basket. This is not going to work. Okay. So, they're definitely cleaner. So that's what we're looking at right now. Not as much grease. There's still some places, I don't know how well you're going to be able to see it, inside here. Looks like it's just wiping right off. But I think we'll probably go for maybe like another 10 minutes. What I'm going to do is going to turn these over so that the water gets down, the solution gets down in it. And but hey, one cool thing, I can actually see numbers here now. I couldn't see those before. So we'll flip these over, crank this up to 10 minutes. So we'll do 25 minutes total. I'm gonna flip these over and then see how that turns out. Now, one thing here is the little bushing. And as you can see, it cleaned up pretty nicely so far. But we're going to do the same thing, flip it over. And ooh, here is a push rod. How well you can see that. There's a little, there's some pitting on the rod here. It might just be surface though, because I can't really feel anything. But I can now see all the way through the rod. Before it was a little clogged. So, just a matter of flipping all these over. And then we will get it dropped back in. All right. The lid back on. And so we'll just we'll let it go for another 10 minutes and then we'll pull it back out and see what they look like. All right, time to see what we got now. Oh yeah, I think these are going to be good to go. So those are looking good. Obviously there's a little flash rust, but that should come off. That should wear off from friction during the start. The rods look pretty good. Oh, sheesh. That's a little warm. I wish I could show you guys the inside. Before it was just like looking through a brown paper bag. But now I can see clearly all the way through. So those are good. So all of these seem to be good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let them dry off the rest of the way. Let them dry off the rest of the way. And then we're going to go ahead and stick the next batch in. Here's a little bushing. Looks pretty good. Then probably what I'm going to do is put these in Ziploc bags to keep any other debris from getting on them. So that way they'll still be good and clean whenever I am ready to install them. So, and just give you guys an idea of how I was setting these in here. I'm going to go ahead and move you over here and we'll show you how I'm setting them up. At least the best that I can, anyway. So what I'm doing, the first 15 minutes, I'm staggering the, or not staggering I guess, but switching the angle so I can fit 7 instead of 5 in here. Face down. And all my solution is I did not measure it at all. It is just distilled water, some orange zip degreaser, non-corrosive. I think it's like for kitchen use. But I didn't want anything that was corrosive, because I didn't want it to have any like ill effect on the metal. And so one thing that you gotta do is when you set these up, just make sure that everything is like, I mean, like it can touch a little bit, but not, you know, nothing like on top of each other. Otherwise you won't get a good clean. Set those in there. So I got one more rocker arm in this solution. So it's for 12 more of the push rods, quite a few more of the little bushings, and then all of the rocker arm screws. Alright, we'll go ahead and set this to 15 again. Actually, let's just let's do a 10, flip 10. We'll see what happens with that. Go ahead and drop this down in there. Put the lid back on and give it a go. And check back up with you once this one's done. Alright, so got all of the rocker stuff cleaned. I'll just give you guys a little quick peek at that. So all the rods cleaned up pretty nicely. Obviously you can still tell where they were sitting in, where they have the most contact. Got the bushings, the nuts, and all of the rocker arms. One thing I also did is there's a little oil hole where the push rod sits, where the oil comes through the push rod up into lube up the rockers. I took a tip cleaner, ran through all of those holes just to make sure I got all the gunk out of those. Right now I currently have the main cap sitting in the soak in the degreaser, along with the bolts for those. And just check it out. That is what, ooh, a little steamy there. It's just pure black. That's what came off of the rockers and everything. Just pure black grease. Earlier I think I said what I put in it. Well, I think I forgot a ingredient. So what it is, and no, like this isn't measured, I didn't measure anything, so distilled water is the like 90% of it probably. Some Zep orange citrus degreaser. It's like mainly for kitchen stuff, but it won't discolor the metal. It's because it's anti-corrosive, or it's not corrosive, so it shouldn't scar any of the metal. And then I also have just a little bit of, few squirts in of Dawn Platinum, which also, you know, has degreaser in it. So yeah, I'm I don't know, I may or may not do a video with the main caps, just because, I mean, it's the same thing, just mainly a lot of me standing here waiting on the cleaner to get done. But I do have to get that done. I'll probably do the head bolts as well. And I gotta get this timing cover cleaned up because that stuff is just like thick. Like I said, a couple of videos that are going to be coming out. One, I will be cleaning up the intake manifold. Also, probably the next video that comes out will be disassembling the heads. Got to take off the valve springs, drop the valves out. Probably got to get a stud remover and get the studs out, because I am going to be taking these heads to the machine shop to get them cleaned. Also, once I get the block back, I'll have a video of priming and painting the block, getting it ready for everything to drop back in. Then I'll also be painting the heads as well. And then obviously the rest of the stuff will come as well. Like, I gotta put together my shop press. Well, my dad's shop press that I'm borrowing from him, but it's still in the box, so I get to put it together. So, yeah, whatever. Then I got to get all these rods pressed out. I got to balance the rods, and then when I get the kit in for the rebuild, got to get the new pistons on and everything and do all that stuff. So you'll see all that. But I think that's going to do it for this video. I'm just going to bag up all of the rocker stuff just to make sure no more crud and stuff gets on it and keep it from rusting. And I think that's going to be it for this one. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.